set my soul on fire. Baby, you set my soul on You set my soul on fire. Baby, you set my soul on You set my soul on fire. You set my soul on fire. 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 Set my soul on fire.
Let Mr. Weeks know that this was his best upgrade yet.
Set my soul on fire.
And here I come.
How's my favourite test flyer?
Hello again, Mr. Weeks. I set a new record at the South Course.
Fantastic! Your broom performed well then?
The best upgrade yet. It flew beautifully.
Uh,
What will you do after the final upgrade is complete? I shall...
couldn't have done this without you. You're back. Nice to see you again. What are we looking for today? Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Good for Mr. Weeks. Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
I've been giving you the worst. Now you wanna stay tonight. Pretty how you work hard for me, but forgetting how to talk. Nah, I don't like no humble beats.
Ok, ahí está bien el volumen.
It's not like her to forget.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realised that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right, I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No, it belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's
Revelio.
not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. A more hush. There she is, above us. She did make it home safe. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
Revelio.
Tomar todo lo que pueda.
It's sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
Revelio. For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way.
Accio. Places. Send. Places. Sending. Revelio. How charming. They keep in touch with each other. There she is again.
She's breathtaking.
From a distance. Revelio.
No me
I
mates.
wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon.
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us. Watch your step. Revelio.
Pity. She must have been starved to pick off a grabhorn.
Or just raring for a fight.
Encima de este huevo, no nos mates, no nos ataques.
Well, there's no turning back now. Over here!
Revelio.
Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make sure we know it. Keep at it. She's just got to make it to us. Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that. Get to that opening below her. We can get to that. We can get to that.
Los tres.
She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
We're almost there. every bridge here broken?
Reparo.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss. That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
I was hoping to look around for a moment, if you don't mind. Take it all in.
I suppose we could catch our breath. I wonder how long she lived here, or where she'll go now.
Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. I can't believe any of what just happened.
Still taking it all in.
No, I think I'm ready to leave if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntel Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless
what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
Creen que la tía, la abuela, lo que sea.
How could I have been so blind?
Revelio.
I'm truly awed by what we've accomplished. The final broom upgrade is better than even I expected. Stop by Spin Witches when you can.
polyjuice potion.
Hello there. Please, come in. Let me know if you need help finding anything.
¿Qué nivel es esto? 33 el siguiente.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Revelio.
El último.
Hello. Are you here for someone court?
That I am. Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Of course, Charlotte.
Then may the best summoner win. Accio!
Se va a doblar.
Precisely as planned.
Accio.
Accio!
Hubiera sido mejor si se quedaba, pero...
Precisely as planned.
Ya está en el verde.
Nice technique. Accio!
Entonces...
Precisely as planned.
Accio.
¿Qué
You
pasa si queda
almost
empate?
beat me there, but I almost beat you too. Hard luck. Care for another round?
Absolutely. Don't count.
Accio! Precisely as planned.
Accio.
Sí.
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio! Precisely as planned.
Frena, 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 frena.
Nice technique. Accio! Precisely as planned.
Accio!
I'll remember that. Well, you are good. I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
I play by intuition, natural skill and all that.
That's been my strategy. I suppose it only gets you so far, though. Well, you've only one opponent left now. I won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
Revelio.
You should be more careful.
Now what am I supposed to do?
Pardon me, is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's history. Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to Charms, or called Ignatia Wildsmith to dinner. We can't simply fiddle with history. We're meant to be its stewards.
If only 2 bells are left, isn't it fairly easy to tell which goes where?
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf. Mother likes to say I couldn't carry a tune if it hopped on my back like a chocolate frog. No point putting them back in if they don't sound just as they did before, for the sake of historical accuracy.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black, taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard... Can you keep a secret?
I can.
I heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from Eugenia, that it's because the bells reminded him of his wedding day. Breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour, but mum's the word.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower just above the music room. You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
I imagine the bells are just inside in the bell tower. Lumos. Revelio.
I need to get some dragonite on.
No hay nada aquí, no hay nada aquí. Abajo creo que había una habitación que estaba cerrada.
Revelio.
I'd like to shop.
¿Dónde están abajo? ¿Dónde era?
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Depulso. Accio. Levioso. Revelio. Depulso. Revelio. Depulso. Revelio.
Luego ahora, luego después. Déjame llevar eso primero.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Lumos.
Nope. Hacia de pulsos.
Revelio. Accio. Accio.
Puedo bajar aquí.
Revelio.
Un momentito. Déjame reiniciarlo por si acaso.
Accio.
Eso suena qué bien. Puedo hacer después. Alarme. About me. Pero si lo uno tengo una escalera, sí, sí. No puedo conseguir lo que está allí.
Accio.
La barba. ¿Se reinicia otra vez?
Accio. Accio.
Hay otro atrás ahí. A la derecha, a la derecha. Eran dos. ¿Qué puedo hacer contigo? Vamos a darte.
Accio.
¿Qué más hay? ¿Qué más hay? ¿Para qué me sirve? Ni la menor idea.
Revelio. Depulso. Accio.
Sí. Vale. Me va a dar un batazo.
Accio.
¿Quedarán unidos? Sí. Por ahí no podría subir. Por aquí, sí. Ok.
Revelio.
Ñema. A ver. Tengo una forma para no sé si.
Depulso. Accio.
También está esto, así que no sé, pero vamos. Si no llego, Cristo te ama. Vamos, tú puedes.
Revelio.
Y era el otro, no era este. Ok, si quiero ir para el otro lado ahora. para el otro lado. Lo puede empujar y ya. No llega.
Repulsor. Accio.
Se iría para. Creo a joderlo. Creo a joderlo, no. Vamos a poner algo para que se pare.
Repulsor. Accio.
Tengo una estructura, si la halo, estoy seguro de que si la halo llega, se va a parar. Si la halo se va a parar. Déjame ver aquí abajo. Pues sí, se va a parar.
Accio. Revelio.
Era al frente que tenía que ir.
Bombarda. Repulsor.
Ni puta idea.
Accio.
¿Cómo diablos ellos creen que llegue allá? Ay.
Revelio.
No sé.
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Revelio. Ah, the bells must be upstairs. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Ah, found them. I'll have to get those up there somehow. Wingardium Leviosa, perhaps. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. One up, one to go. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Ok.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Well, that wasn't too hard. Evangeline should be pleased about this, even if Black isn't. Accio. Revelio.
No sé si también.
Revelio.
Tell me. Whispers in my ear.
The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Oh, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well. You don't know how much this
Revelio.
means for me and for Hogwarts.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Hola, candado.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio.
No vio nada.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you, and she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
Oh.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, A person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I
¿Me va a
love
enseñar?
transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to
Pero yo
act
soy el
as you
protagonista.
have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Okay. Vamos, este que me da pique, pero vamos.
I wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned,
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this case. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Accio! Accio! Incendio! Revelio! At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Revelio. Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Levioso. Incendio.
Finding a
Revelio.
chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Confringo. Reparo. Glacier. Incendio. Revelio.
We've rid the world of another spider.
Accio.
Sleep better tonight.
Revelio. Accio. Incendio. Accio. Revelio.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Accio. Glacier. Incendio. Accio. Glacier. Incendio. Revelio.
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about
Accio.
catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems. Often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though.
Bombardo. Accio. Incendio.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. Accio. Accio. Glacier. Incendio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Compulso. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. Accio. I need to find a safe way across. Lumos. Accio. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Incendio. Rickety blown bridge complete. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Caporso. Revelio.
Did you hear that?
We're in the tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. There's something here by the altar.
What did you
Revelio.
find?
Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio.
That's
Guardian
lots of bone
Leviosa.
metal.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced the space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does
Yo hice
mention
todo,
something
amigo.
else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Un momentito. Ok, vuelvo. Okay.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined.
Revelio.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand's movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
No lo voy a usar, pero...
Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Revelio. Accio. Glacius. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Accio.
Another barricade.
Revelio.
Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Incendio. Accio. Glacius.
This looks different than what we faced.
Incendio.
Now we're also dealing with green sea.
Accio. Glacius. Incendio. Accio. Glacius. Incendio. Revelio.
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it? Incendio. Revelio. Accio.
Appears some of these stone tablets have 2 rune symbols. That has to mean something.
Levioso. Compulso. Revelio.
This catacomb has suffered. Just as the student's summary described.
Tengo espacio, por favor. Sí.
Bombarda. Incendio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Perhaps we need to pull the handles and see the symbols on the
Accio. Revelio.
That worked. Keep going.
Okay.
Accio. Revelio.
Tetris.
Accio.
Y el último Tetris es el círculo.
Confringo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Protego. Accio. Glacier. Incendio. Stupido. Confringo. Accio. Glacier. Incendio.
No me dé cuenta.
Accio. Glacier. Accio. Glacier. Incendio. Accio. Glacier. Incendio. For a moment there, I thought that'd never end. Revelio.
Algo más, algo más. Aquí.
Incendio. Revelio.
Dead end. Lovely.
Accio.
All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Revelio. Sebastian, the relic. Look.
Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic
Revelio.
secret. Especially from my uncle. Ominous! The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine. But Ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more.
I
Revelio.
don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it?
Ominous has. Let's go.
Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on. Revelio. Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be
Revelio.
more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous.
Incendio!
He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again.
Sebastián va a terminar muerto, segurito.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like
Revelio.
him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
After me, they'll rest in 10 graves.
Quiero matarlo, quiero
Irondale's not
matarlo.
half as tough as it sounds. Nothing to poach in Arrowshire except spiders. Not worth the trouble, if you ask me.
I didn't touch your helm. But thank you for making me the first object of your suspicions. Such arrogance. I won't rest. Dead.
Accio.
No.
Fight about showing off, are we? No!
Accio. Glacius. Incendio.
All of Ranrock's loyalists deserve the same fate. Nice work. When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her.
Next time, I can't figure out why there's such a fuss over poaching. There's enough dumb beasts for everyone. It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Cragcroft.
Petricus totalis.
I can be used for better things than this so-called patrol.
Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke.
Over there, find a hammer.
Let's hurry.
Your spells glance off of me.
You'll not win here. Got them. They'll retreat. They'll make the retreat. Accio. Incendio.
Let's get this over.
Protego.
Keep out of sword's reach! Let me also!
Accio.
No te atrevas, no te atrevas.
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
I acted in the moment. That's all. I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home, from my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Revelio. Revelio.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian acted rashly, but he acted out of instinct to save Anne.
Out of instinct? With an unforgivable curse? This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately.
Revelio.
Why, Sebastian?
We should speak with Mr. Bicklesfield. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Merlin himself would be proud. Revelio. Corso. Revelio. Revelio. Shame I didn't have an audience for that one. Revelio. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Flipendo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio. Does it get any
Recuerda
more
que está
cozy than
lleno, así que
Hogsmeade?
tengo que vender cosas.
My father used to enchant his handmade.
Oh, hello again. Couldn't have perfected the broom upgrades without your help. As always, I have a special prize for you. I truly enjoyed working with you. Thank you for believing in me. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Que ahora ya a mí se me olvidó.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, She is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Okay.
Very well.
Vamos.
I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Muévete.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Claro, claro, nunca. ¿Cómo va a ser?
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take...
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir. I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
We're on the right track. We'll find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Miss Filbert must be around here.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Déjame brincar.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
estaba aquí ahora mismo. Gracias.
He must be around here somewhere.
Ok, me deja.
Revelio.
¿Qué es eso?
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio.
Un momentito.
Aloha, Mora. Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! The hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Using that girl as bait? That went bad for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to hey.
Revelio. Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
Oi. Anyone there? I'm in no mood for killing.
Revelio. Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
Say what you will about Feldcroft, but the estate is spacious.
Revelio. Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
Hey.
Petrificus totalis. Revelio. Revelio.
Rest, to be
Revelio. 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 Perfectus totalis. Revelio.
Ya maté a la más fuerte, por lo menos.
I could use a fire whiskey right now. What?
Perfectus totalis. Revelio.
Hey.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Oi.
Revelio.
We should speak to her again.
Revelio.
Perhaps you'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives.
Revelio.
You want to talk brave? You weren't there when I outran that irrumpent.
I know you're there.
Revelio.
Someone over there. I think I heard something.
Revelio.
I could swear there's something.
Revelio.
Someone's here. I sense it. You better be a beast. Something's not right.
Revelio. Revelio.
Ok, termina de bajar.
Revelio. 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 Perfectus totalis.
Ok. Se è finito adesso.
Perfectus totalis. Revelio. Perfectus totalis. Revelio.
Un momentito, Nat.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Revelio. Natty must be here somewhere. Revelio.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you.
Over here. I need your help.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it. Revelio.
I was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there. Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Revelio.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will
Revelio.
get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Revelio.
Find Officer Singer and put an end to.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashbinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again
Revelio.
for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
¿Qué hora es? Ah, no, ya. No, lo voy a dejar ahí. Vuelvo mañana, posiblemente. Depende cómo llegue del trabajo, que trabajo en la madrugada, pero voy a intentar volver mañana. Lo voy a poner en el horario. Gracias totales. Adiós, lo voy a dejar con la música un momentito.